Hello, good morning. It's a bit of a different time, but I thought, hey, let's give it a go. It's 8:30. Check 8:30 exactly on the dot. And because of the news, I thought let's do it a different time because we don't know what's going to happen. And I'm just curious. I'm going to do my pre-market analysis anyway. Hello, good morning. Uh-oh. It's a bit of a different time, but I thought, hey, let's give it a go. Mm-mm. No. You're not going to do that. Okay, here we go. Let me just get this in order. This needs to be in order. Here we go. Okay. Now, and Q. It's interesting. Oh, I'm on gold. No, we're going to NQ. Gold, I'm not interested in now. I'm more interested in NQ. It's doing exactly what I was hoping it would do, but I'm not in. Beautiful move. Beautiful. It's going to go up here. So after the trade that I took in the morning, that was this trade here. It made the move down, which is now the manipulation move, which I really like. Makes me very exciting, actually. Let me just calculate this one because this is an important level. Let's see now what we can do. It's okay to miss this trade because we have accumulation, manipulation. This is the start of the distribution. So we most likely are going to go into a bigger part of the NWalk. I'm not in. I just get back to the computer. So, but I was saying when we were doing London, I said, I don't know if this is the manipulation move. I think it might not be. So this is clearly the manipulation. The manipulation move went back. So the trade that I took rejected here at the midnight price, went to the daily open, and then made the move down into the OTE level here. Beautiful. Oh, it's just textbook. And now it's going back further up. It's textbook. It's really beautifully, finally again. It's just been so long that it just, let's see where it went. 75. It's gonna be, we had to move already now. Let me see, do we have any other news? Today's 5 November. Oh, we've got 9:45 news as well. Shit, 10 a.m. news. PMI. Okay, so we don't have, we've got more news today. Oh, and Trump speaks at 1. Okay. I gotcha. So, well, let's see. I would love to have another trade into this area here, but let me quickly have a look. Now, what are you planning to do, my lovely NQ? You've been nice again. Okay, so we have 639-ish. How far are we gonna go? Okay, so we have quite a bit of interesting. I think we might get a nice pop. But we have to time it right. I'm very interested in NQ long again. So I had a good trade this morning. It's for me only longs on NQ. I'm not interested in any short. I will just ignore any shorts. I will let those go if there's any. Do we have SMT with NQ? With AS, I mean. Oh, I need to adjust this. Need to do some checks. Did not do that properly. Eight. Okay. We'll have to watch for SMT with ES, obviously. 605. Okay, 605 is significant for me. Oh. Why am I sneezing? Wait. Okay. Okay, definitely long bias for NQ, but just timing. We do have news at 10, so I need to take that in consideration, but I think it might make that move. Here you are. I think to this area it might be before before 10. So I had this already in mind, this area here, but I think 605 might be. Yeah. Oh, this. Ooh, that lines up beautifully. Wow, that lines just beautifully with a different. Just amazing. 605. Yeah. So the midpoint of the annuals is 615, but I think 605 will be. I would not take it to the higher from the bottom, but then again 2.5 is here, 2 here. 837. Let me see. I'm actually bullish for today on NQ. Let me just see higher time. We've got this N walk above here that could be retested. But we do have a lot of beneath us as well. So yeah, let's see if we are going to fill the hole. We're going to go back into the hole. I don't think we might not even go into the hole. But we had a beautiful retest here. We're into the OTE. We're in distribution. We're definitely AMD, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So up to here, we should definitely see price action going up to here. It's not definitely, but high probability, because we have a distribution clearly after quite a bit of manipulation. What's at the time? Let me have a look at the 4 hour quickly, and then I'll have a look at. Oh, this is messy with a lot of information. So I need that information. Okay, so the 4 hours definitely now we are over. I'm gonna get rid of this. We don't need that. I just want to see what the wicks have been doing. We took out just a minor sweep here, but that's so minor. Look at this. Took a minor into this area here, and now we're going up. So we took external, so we're going to internal liquidity, 4 hour. But the question is, how far are we going to go? There's a little fair value gap here, very tiny. See below the 605. So exactly. See, I like that 605. Why? Because it's just above that fair value gap. I really like that level. Getting more interested in that level. How many points still to go? 25. Not really small move. 605. Yeah. Well, let's see how it reacts there. There might be a better opportunity later on. But it's just going up, up, up now. Beautiful move. Just beautiful. Now let's have a look at gold. So I'm definitely bullish on NQ, but the question is how far up are we going to go? I think this is the we have the AMD. I think we have the manipulation move to the downside, and we're in a distribution move. But the question is how far are we going to distribute to the upside, right? Before we go back down again. We got 10 a.m. news as well. So that's the only thing that I'm sort of like, how am I going to frame this? So just trying to see if I can frame one of my models around 10 a.m. And then take it from there, because so 605 is an important level for me now at NQ. So let's see, it's just below the midpoint. So you would say, yeah, in the N walk, the midpoint is pretty clear, but for me, it's 605. I want to see what it does there, because we have a 4-hour candle now going up. We're going to get a new one at 10. So what I want to see is how we are going to react in this N walk. So we have a now let's go over gold quickly. Now I've been very clear about gold, why I don't like it. Let's quickly have a look again. Here we are. Am I on gold? Let me just see. Yes, I'm on. Am I showing gold right now? I have to double check. Yes, okay. I sound like a broken record a little bit. This is just a very higher time frame consolidation area, and this area here is a 4-hour inversion. We are out of it. Yes, we are out of it, but it keeps on. It is in a range, but technically it's just ranging now just outside this area, back and forth with. I mean, this is the yellow line. I graded the IBDA 20 or 40 level a while back, and it's just. And I was actually thinking today, this morning, oh, I need to adjust the IBDA levels and grade the higher, it's such a, we went up for a long time. So I think I graded the 60-day or the 40-day IBDA level. But then I was looking at like, oh my God, look how precise the 50% of that IBDA, and this is at 1/3 level, how it exactly is. And I'm like, I'm not going to change it because it's exactly still respecting it and just bouncing. The bodies are just bouncing off that level. So I'm leaving that yellow line, which is also exactly on the yesterday settlement price, which is built in TradingView. So I'm like, no, I'm going to leave it. So for me, the red lines is the 1/3, and these are the quarters. So I'm just leaving it. I'm like, okay, you know what? It's old, but apparently it's still, it's valid. And look here, the rejection is exactly under 25%. So I'm leaving it. So looking at that, I'm like, okay, premium discount. We went below, so you could say we are in discount, and then are we going to go back up right into this N walk? So that's an opportunity. That is something I'm thinking. But then it has again to go through this bloody 4-hour inversion. But it could, but let's see if it might reject from here again. It's also an N walk nestled inside of it. So I just don't like this area too much, because for me it's just too much. There's no really. I like large distribution moves. Now, yes, you can scalp, but I try to wait until you can clearly see the manipulation out of this area, and then catch a manipulation, the distribution move. So that's what I'm waiting for a little bit. So yeah, I know some people took this trade to the downside. It's a pretty nice trade though. 3994 to 3940. It's okay, Dolly. But you can use, you can frame the zone, right? So if you have these levels, you have the N walk, you have the midpoint of an N walk, another N walk, and you have this level here, the 50%. It's sort of ping-ponging between, well, you can even make it smaller with the event horizon and the N walk, right? That's what I usually do on Monday and Tuesdays. And sometimes even on other days, but it's mostly on Monday and Tuesday that I call it ping pong Monday, Tuesday. But things are a little bit off now anyway, so I haven't really used it a lot on those days. But might this week be on Wednesday? I don't know. Everything's a little bit off. Everything is different. We have to prepare for everything, right? So that's gold. So I'm just waiting, and I thought this news might, you know, we might get a little bit more out of this range, but we're still in it. So until then, I'm like, I'm looking at it, but I'm just not very interested in playing it at the moment. So just focusing on my old best friend NQ, which I'm not in right now, but beautiful move. I mean, it's just beautiful. Let's see how far, if we can go to, how far up it's gonna go. Okay, see now it reached almost 2.5. Oh, it reached 2.5. Is it? Exactly, yes. Okay, so it reached exactly 2.5 standard deviation. Show you. So now we just have to watch what it's going to do. So 2.5, it could be enough, right? I mean, if you have a distribution, 2.5 could be enough. Did it exactly hit it? Yeah, exactly to the tick. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. Now let's see if that is enough for it to... Technically, it could be done. But then again, if you look at there's so much liquidity still up here. Why, you know, it's just like, it doesn't make sense, right? But hey, it doesn't have to make sense. I think there's still some juice. Here, I think I should go to 4, 0.5 and 4. We've got multiple confluences here, so I think this is a good level. 2653. Okay, I want to see what happens at 605. That's, I think, in this area here, and then I want to recess. I might end. I mean, if we have a nice retracement in this area here, because you know, in this area you can expect a retracement, right? To 1.5, but we've got this little bugger here. We've got a nice breaker here. Ooh, that breaker, I like it. I'm gonna mark this one if we get it, because I got a beautiful retest breaker trade in London. Let's see if we can get another one. And if I have that as a confirmation, I might take it to the upside. I might, if I get a retest here. How many points is that? I don't want less than 50 points, but we'll do it. Retest to, this is my max. I do not trust it to go higher. Could go higher, but okay, 100. Okay, but then I need my retest. Okay. Okay, so that's my play for NQ, but I might have to wait for it. Might not even do it. And S&T, I want a retest of the breaker. Do you get details? No higher points. No. Okay, I need to clean this up. Now all these gradients that you see are old opening range gaps that are not filled yet. Well, this one is filled yet, but I'm keeping those levels because, as ICT has told us, they are still in play, even though they are filled. Those levels of gradients are very much still salient. So I think this one hasn't been filled yet. Let me just double check that quickly, guys. I forgot. I need to double check. I'm getting old. I really need to check if they're filled or unfilled. Okay, here we have a little one. Quickly go to the 15th and get a clearer look on it. Okay, so this is yesterday's one. As you can see, we only went into it 25%, or actually I should say 1/3. We still have yesterday's one is still open for 3/3. And this one, the older one, the 22nd of October, this little one, is not touched, and we also have one here of 23rd of October, also not touched. But those are very little ones. They're a little bit insignificant, but I wonder, I still haven't backtested that enough. I know on the day itself they give a lot of issues, because then you have a small opening range gap always, sort of like a prediction that you get bad price action. But they are unfilled, and even this one here is a little bit unfilled. But technically the large ones we have filled, but that doesn't mean they're not useful anymore. But the yesterday one, we still have quite a bit of room to get into. But let's see. Okay, I'm gonna switch it off because it's too much on my chart. That was the first thing people told me. Clean your charts up. If you I'm listening to you guys. I truly am. Okay, so this one is yesterday's, and these are the old ones that I think will be significant for our trading, that we need for our trading. And look here as well. You see here the bodies are just above 25%, so it helps you to see, okay, you know what, we're not going lower into this opening range gap. So gosh, it's hot today. It's cold hot. So let's see, I'm going back to the 1 minute. I'll go back to the 3 minute. Don't need much information. We'll see later. We'll get ready for a trade. It is a macro though, the 852. Now, just get back to the, get rid of these. So I want to watch the 4-hour candle. Get 1 hour now. Wow, look at this. This is interesting how many 1 hour down close candles there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours of down close candles. That was yesterday. I stopped trading it at some point because it looks easy, right? If you look at these candles, it looks very easy, just one way down. But there's a lot of back and forth, but a lot of gaps. Oh, we've gone through that now. I really want to see. See, it's funny that there's no reaction at 2.5. Just very tiny. It's fascinating. So, we hit the and it's just consolidating again. No, really. I mean, like no retracement or something. So I highlighted the possible breaker. Now I haven't marked the whole breaker. I normally only do the top one, but because there is one bigger one, I added the second one with the volume imbalance here. Because there was also a fair value gap here in between, so that's why I just met. Normally you would mark the whole one here. So your stop, technically when you would enter, right, you want to, like say if you would enter here, where would you put your stop? Normally you say below the breaker, but it's quite a bit of a big stop. I don't want that. So where would you put your stop in this case, right? What I would do here, I would use the midpoint of this order block here. Let me calculate that in advance. It's still large stop though. I don't like it too much. I have to figure it out how I can get a better midpoint. Yeah. There's a gap here as well. How many points is this? 20 points. It's too. I don't like that too much. Breaker trade. No, this is incorrect. I have to put this one here. And you can say there has already been a retest here, right? But We haven't had a proper retest. Move has just been going up, up, up. This is the inversion. So this should be, you don't want it to go lower than the inversion as well. So this could be 528. Is that acceptable? 528. 550. 25. It's okay, I think. But this is my TP is going to be 121. It's not okay. I don't like it. Depends on how deep are you going to go in the. You're just going to tap it here. Falls here. Are we going to go all the way here? No. I cannot do that. This is my TP that I have. I don't know if it's going to go higher. It could go higher, so all the way through the end wall, but it should be the trade. Okay, that's acceptable for me. Just up to here, below the 0.5, which would be a turn. Well, I really have to see what's going to happen. I really don't know. Anything could change anytime, so I have to look at this 4-hour candle. Look at this block. Wow. But you see, it's not really, it's just like, it's like an area of consolidation, right? It's 1, 2, 3. Yes, this one is going a little bit higher. But once we are here, I mean, are we going to go our blast through this one? Are we going to do that? Bearish order block? Or are we going to reject from this area here and go back down? Don't know. But I do think we're going to make it to this area here. But the question is time. When? So just have to wait again. Hey, Sarab. Hey, Sarab. It's about understanding order flow. Yeah. So you notice that I said if it goes here, I don't want to stick around, but I do think we will go higher. But because I showed you the I'm definitely not a market maker. I wish I was. But understanding the movement of going back and forth in this type of environment, I always go for the low-hanging fruit, and I don't overstay because I've been burned too many times, and but every time I got burned, I went back into the charts and went back into reverse engineered everything. What levels did it go to? How long did it take before it went up and down? And because, it took quite a while before we got there already, right? So I was like, you know what? And like I showed you on this, what also gave it away a little bit from me. Let me show you again. I think sometimes I might not say everything, but I think I said it, but I might just goes into my head, and then I'm remember that I put the OTE levels on it, and we only hit 38%. Let me see. What did I do? I can't remember. Where was the trade? Here was the trade, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, here I know what I did. Sometimes I don't even know. This was the range. Oh no, this was the range. I used this range here. Yeah. So this was a range formed at, let me, here we go. Now I have to turn it around. Yeah. So what I noticed was the following. So when we were in London, remember, so I looked at the range because this one was, the high was formed at 115 and then we started consolidating here. So when I saw that we did not tap 0.5 when I did this, hold on. Did we now? Okay. Just have to make sure that I am correct. Yeah, this was a trade here for, this one was that it took out this liquidity but did not go higher than this one. Yeah. Okay. So I was looking at these candles here and I said, okay, we are at 0.38, which could be enough. The bodies are staying above it, right? And then we just took this little thing out. So I was looking at these levels here, the OTE levels, because what tends to happen, now I must be honest, I didn't see it hit the 0.5. I thought it did not hit the 0.5 and only the 0.38. So I'm a little bit, okay, I might have missed it, but what I noticed here that it just, because sometimes what you see in consolidation, it stays in this area and then it takes out a sweep and then it goes back into the range and then goes to the OTE level and then goes to the higher place. So, like I said this morning, I'm not sure if this is the manipulation already. I think now we're a few hours later, that this is the manipulation. So, and this means A and distribution. So we are in the distribution right now. But the distribution is only, most of the times happens when you get a full OTE or a proper OTE retracement, right? And this, here we have it, right over here. Look at where it goes exactly. Why is this not correct? I had it this morning and it was exactly perfect. It was 702. Here you go, yeah. It's not perfect. Well, I'm not sure what I'd do differently, but it should be 702. Yeah, here you go. You see how I calculate it? I don't do this. I do this. Why? This is balanced. We don't need this area anymore. This is important, not important. The algorithm also does not, there's no imbalance. Well, yes, there is an imbalance here technically. So we should do it like this actually. So I think we should include the imbalance here. But it doesn't really matter. I did not see the 0.5 here because then I might not have been so. But you see how it goes back into this OTE level right over here and then makes the move up. So always be vigilant when also when you see this happen. So the 4 o'clock, 15-minute, look, it didn't take a high, it created an equal high. What does it tell you? Equal highs that will be taken out at some point because it wants things to make jagged, right? So, but when it creates a high at 4 o'clock, I know it will not take that high out within at least 1 hour or maybe even more. So that's why I was like, okay, I'm done because it will take time before it will get here. And obviously it made this move and then went up. So this equal high that I saw, that was my trade, right? The 350 to 2410 macro. And it was exactly also at my 125 level right over here, right? And I'm using this level now that was my TP. This level is now important to me for my next trade because I'm looking for the same trade, a retest of the breaker, because now we have a new breaker here. This area that was my winning trade, right? That is now, that is a future breaker. So now that breaker was already, I was looking at it like, okay, this is interesting, but it did not create it did not sweep a high, it just created an equal high. So now this is, I was already looking at this, okay, this might be the potential breaker. And now look what happened here. At 827, boom, now it created the breaker. So now I'm looking for the same trade that I did in London, but then to this level, to the 4. So you see how I break it up? So yes, there is room to the upside, but sometimes you have to just, you know, let it go and wait for a better setup. And what gave it away? The equal highs. Boom, here. Not taking the liquidity. All engineered. See that? And matching specific levels. And it was also end of the macro. It was 8 past 4, remember? And when you get to the end of the macro, you just get out. Because you don't want to, yeah, you might miss a few trades, but price action was already indicating with the not taking out this high and stuff like that. It's good. It took out a daily open. That was liquidity. So it had enough liquidity to go back down. Equal highs, liquidity taken. But with that liquidity taken, they did not sweep a high, right? So that was for me very telling. No magic here. No magic. Just, you know, like you said, I remember you saying, I'm interested in the ins and outs of the algorithm. Well, those are the ins and outs of the algorithm. Just looking at all those little things. I try to say them all the time, but I might not say everything because I'm just sort of like, when I'm really busy, I might overlook it a little bit. But I think I mentioned a few things, but so AMD, well, yeah, I think it happens basically on every time frame, but the more you see it on the higher time frame, the more valuable it is. But sometimes it's hard to see. Sometimes I struggle. But when I do clearly see the manipulation move, and then that's where I attack that's where I get my large moves off, when I really see it clear. But sometimes I'm off and I'm like, oh my God, sometimes I misunderstand a manipulation move for a distribution move, because there is sort of like a little distribution move before it, or a manipulation move. But then again, I have to look at SMT. So, but yeah, you will start, I mean, I'm getting better and better at it to recognize them. And to trade off them. That's why I said when we had that move this morning in London, I said, I don't think this is I first said, oh, I think this could be the manipulation and this is the distribution. And I went, no, I don't think so. I think it's not the distribution move yet, or the manipulation move. And then we played, the London trade was the manipulation, was just a trade, basically in the range still, but it was a good trade, I think. Everything lined up, right? Time and the setup, and now it's just, but it's hard to get into this one because we need a retracement, right? We need a retracement so at 2.5, so you see here at 2.5, you can expect a retracement back to one standard deviation back, which lines up with a breaker. So that's okay with me, and I want to trade to here. That's what I'm waiting for. But yeah, it needs to give it to me, and I need everything to line up. But it might be a difficult one, to be honest, with the opening coming. But we'll see. It's a good trade. It's another. So you see, I don't go for I wait a little bit longer, and I go for the bigger moves, right? You see what I'm doing? So I'm trying to be more patient, and I go for larger moves, and things need to line up for me. Time, my setup, and if it's not there, I just don't take it anymore. I just wait, and it's okay, because if you wait, you'll get rewarded. And remember also with this move, when we had this move at 3 a.m., that was just a perfect setup for the silver bullet. Let me see, where was it? Where were you? Oh, here, somewhere here, right? Yeah, here. Yeah, here. This move started. Boom. But this was a beautiful setup because we could see it clearly. Here, this was the breaker retest and also the fair value. This was so beautiful because it was we had a lot of confluence and a lot of retest of the midnight first, but that's too early to get in. You see it and you're like, okay, you know what? I'm getting bullish now because you heard me say, okay, I'm bullish now, but let's wait. Then you have this inversion with a little imbalance, and we go through it and we let that run, right? I said, okay, I'm not going to take it. I'm just going to wait. Now it ran to 321. Then we had the retest into the breaker here, and also the first percent fair value gap, and that's where I took it. But I had to sit through this in accumulation, right, for the last move. This is also very telling. It's just, you know. And then here at this area, it was for me like, okay, I have to get out now and reassess later on. But that's also experience and just journaling, and it's just the whole. We're still technically in a range, right? So, and now we really got out of it here with this manipulation. So, I was hoping we would get out of it in London, to be honest. That was actually my initial thought. I thought, oh, this might be the moment, right? So that I actually thought that a little bit. But yeah, I was still good thing I got back from that. But anyway. On 4-hour NQ had deeper trades around 70% in discount of initial impulse. Can we expect breaker structure upside and new high? Well, I don't know how hard. I don't think we're going to go. I just don't know. I just want to see how it reacts in this end walk, to be honest. Let me have a look at the higher time frame. So as you can see, I've been like micromanaging a little bit at the moment because I just don't. Now let's have a look at the four. Let's have a look at the daily first. Let's have a look at the daily. Let's go to the daily. I'll get rid of these. We don't need this one. We also don't need this here. Okay, this is a daily candle right now, right? So what will happen when you see a candle like this? We're gonna end somewhere and, form a high. So we can have it's gonna create a fair value gap no matter what, right? Even though if it's gonna be a distribution candle to the downside, we will have now the question is how high is it going to go into this end walk to create this upper wick? Because that's what we're looking for. We're looking for an upper wick. Now, is it likely that it's going to go all the way up here today into this area today? Or is it going to create a fair value gap? Now, what did it do today? The daily already took air out. The open is here. It took out liquidity already and went to the downside, right into this level right over here. We are at a very bullish order block. So I do think we're going to go higher, but I do not think that this whole candle is going to go over this candle today. I think it's going to create a fair value gap, right? What do you think? So I think it's going to create a wick somewhere here, and but that's why we need to watch. Let's go to the 4-hour. Could we go all the way up here? Could be. But, or is it more likely that we're not going to go higher than this end walk and somewhere in this end walk? Stay. But remember, we still have this opening range gap here. This one here, that is, see, the opening range gap of yesterday. To fill that just brings us to the top of the NWOC, which is also the 6% of my calculation. So if we do go up, I think this is going to be the max for today. That's a standard deviation of 6. It matches up with a quarter level of our NWOC, and also the, yeah, and this, I don't think we're going to go much, maybe a little bit higher, and maybe here, this is a little volume imbalance again, and then we might reject here, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. But I do think either this or here could be a valid play for today. And then we'll take it from there again. I mean, it's just, you know, I would rather keep it a little bit smaller so we can reassess instead of just saying, oh, it's going to do that, because so yeah, so let's see if we get a retest, and we might get, I don't know, I might play, I don't want to play the open, but maybe I should just paper trade it just to see if it works out. What can we do for a manipulation? So this is a 4 hour. Let me go to the 1 hour on here. This is a good, I like this trade. It's still 100 points from here. And even to here, it's even, that will be really a good trade, right? To get into that one. But, yeah, the 4 o'clock at 763. I like that level. We could go out of the NWOC a little bit, and we could go up all the way to the other NWOC. I mean, that's also a possibility, right? But that's a lot of movement. Hey, we've got 10 o'clock news, so who knows? You have to be careful, by the way. Yeah, 9:45 and 10 a.m. is red folder news, so just have to be vigilant. Now gold looks like it's going to go up as well, right? I mean, it's just, there is it's 4,000, there is a nice level. It's going to go into the NWOC as well. It's just, for some reason, it doesn't really appeal to me. Yeah, looks like it's going to go up to here. We've got equal highs, relatively equal as well. See, it's just really bouncing back and forth in these levels. And you can see all these wicks are going lower, 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 lower. At some point, it's going to take it out, right? So let's see, maybe at 10 o'clock, it just takes everything out and then goes to the upside again. Got a beautiful 4 a.m. here at 10:04. There might be a nice trade on gold, but that I will not trade that before 10 o'clock. My 10:4 model here. How does that behave yesterday? 6:45. Ooh, interesting. Okay, 406. Okay, well, gold might be on the menu again later on, but after 10 o'clock. Because today's 4 o'clock is not in play because we already passed through it. That might be this one here, but 406. I don't want it to go there before 10 o'clock. You need to go down already first. We'll see. We'll see. Do we have another 4 o'clock? Oh, okay. I like this one. This one is even better. 4030. 430. I have to write that down. Okay. Gold, GC. Help me remember after 10 o'clock. Because I need the 10 a.m., the new 4 hour candle to be printed. And talking about power of 3 and AMD. the manipulation move, the new 10 o'clock candle, that is where you want to enter, and then you target the, if it gives that setup, but we'll have to watch. Might be a setup on gold. Maybe. I might go back into gold. I'm like a woman. I change my mind all the time. Just I think a few minutes ago I said, "Oh no, I'm not going to touch GC." But actually, it's all the I'm playing then in this zone. But okay, well, so I said I'm not going to enter in this zone. Hey, listen, if you set an A plus setup provides, it shows itself, you take it. Okay, let's see what happens here. Yeah, so for some reason I cannot put the chat on my other computer. It always tells me that I'm doing something. Hello, Krabby. As per daily, we can. Oh, sorry, Sarab, you retraced around 70% of initial. Can we expect? So yeah. Well, I've gone over my setup, right? Krabby, hello. How are you doing? As per daily, can we expect CRT if we close above previous day close? But like I said, the day, I mean, it would be really, I mean, if we enclose the daily candle, it's a large one, right? Remember that was, let's go back to the daily again. This is a previous day, this large one. So I really think it's going to, I would think that it would make a fair value gap. So we will get a wick somewhere here. But then again, hey, listen, you never know. We'll see. But no, you know, this structure, how, you know, it looks to me like more, it's going to make a wick and we might get some consolidation. We have a large, do we have any other wicks? I don't know. We just have to watch, I guess. It's a little bit tricky. We might get consolidation. After 10, we make a wick. We might take it, let's say this candle here is going to, we still have, we're almost open. So we're going to make a wick here. Then the next one, the 10 to 2 is going to take it, go into the fair value gap and maybe go lower. But it could also then disrespect it, right? So we do have a flat. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like this one, the flat T. This is a magnet. So maybe, Sarab, you're right. It might, you know, but it could take a few days as well. But who knows? We'll see. But I would like to see a fair value gap first created here, and then the next 4 hour either we can see it either use the fair value gap and then goes into my favorite rejection block, right? And then we go, you know, this is really, I like these large wicks because it gives you a lot of clarity on the order flow. They help me frame trades. So I would love this for one daily candle to give a large wick. But hey, like I said, I'm gonna make a t-shirt. I love wicks. Yeah. So okay, we're gonna keep this up here. I'm gonna go to the hourly on here because I'll switch back to the 4 hours in a few in 15 minutes. And we have to keep on watching for SMT now, especially at every quarter of an hour, because that's where the magic is, guys. Yesterday I missed the SMT and I was on the wrong side. I tried to take a long after 10 o'clock, but it was short. There was SMT, and I was so married to my bias that I missed it. So I missed the SMT. So I really have to. I'm training myself now to watch the SMT because my larger trades need SMT. Otherwise, I cannot enter them. Are we almost open? Are we almost open? Okay, now am I going to enter right in front of, even though we have a breaker retest? I'm struggling with that, to be honest. I don't want to give back any of my profits today. I never want to give back any of my profits. Hey, MJ, how are you doing? Good morning to you. How's it going? Okay, let's see how deep we are retesting this breaker. So I really think we're either, the only thing I'm the 0.5 level here. I don't know if we're going to go over it today, but we might, and then go all the way up to, oh, I forgot to do something. Let me quickly. Yeah. We still have how many minutes? 4 minutes, okay. 4 more minutes. So I might be interested in a gold play after 10, but we'll just see what happens. If those levels are taken out before 10 o'clock, it's not in play anymore. Let's hope it's. Would be nice to have another gold thing again, right? It's been a while, to be honest. Yeah, come here. Okay. Yeah, I'll do it later for NQ because I just need to quickly to be set. Now let's watch. Okay, 3 more minutes, 2 more minutes before open. Let's watch. Now I would technically, a breaker, because we had such a clean trade in the new 350 to 410 macro. It was a beautiful trade. Just a little bit. I just don't want to enter in. I could do a paper trade, but especially look at this. It's just textbook again. Breaker. We went through it. We're retesting it now, and then we go up to this level here. But I don't know if that's a smart thing to do at the open, because it could just, it could wick all the way down and then go up, right? And if it's a wick, it's still, you cannot have a body close before, but you can have a wick all the way down. And could we wick into this level all the way? Yes, we could. I've seen it happen. But it's not a news wick, but I just don't, we didn't have really a lot of, there was not really a lot of movement at the ADP non-farm appointment change, so it looked beautiful. That will be a turtle soup. Enter midpoint of the breaker. Might run all the way to here. The only thing that worries me a little bit, well, okay, yeah, no, it doesn't worry me. 2.5 has been hit. We have retraced into 1, so we've done everything is textbook so far. Breaker, 2.5, retracement into 1.5, going for the liquidity 4, and it's beneath. I believe we are in discount. There we go. But hey, This is all engineered liquidity, and it's just beautiful. 764, 100 points, over 100 points. Yeah, I'm still interested, but I just want. I don't want to trade before 10 o'clock actually. So I'm hoping that we might stall a little bit and then we get another retracement and then go back up. But hey, we're in a buy program. If this is the manipulation move, this is definitely the distribution. Midnight is below us. Are we going to leave midnight behind and are we going to go all the way up? Because ICT also teaches if you want to be long, you want to enter below midnight, right? That means here you get another opportunity to enter for your long. But I don't trust it. I am not getting in because what it can do so many things. It could go first lower into this area here and then go back up. So we're going to wait and we're going to be fine. It's only half an hour before we get a new 4-hour candle. Is anyone here trade the open? Oh, you think it's going to go to 25, 100? 25, 100. I don't know, MJ. I'm still. I want to see it go up here a little bit. I'm bullish for the. Let me put it this way. I'm bullish for the AM session, and then I want to reassess because it's a little bit unclear to me, to be honest. Because we got news at 10 as well. We still have this opening range gap unfilled from yesterday, so that's why I'm just saying until the AM session. But you know, we've got clearly AMD. We're in a buy program definitely now. Accumulation, manipulation. I believe we are in distribution, but the opening, the Judas could be another manipulation move, right? So, or this was the distribution. Could be. We are at 2.5, and then distribution. Maybe this was the manipulation move, and the distribution is to the downside. So maybe we're not going to grab anything else. This could be it. So we'll see. We have to see. I am not so sure about. Look, we've got equal highs here. But I think we're going to max. If we go up, we're going to max out maybe here for sure for the PAM session. We're not going to go high. If we go higher, we're not going to go higher than here or maybe even here. So that's it. I wouldn't even. I will give this the max for the AM. Oh, hold on, guys. I forgot my opening range gap for today. My number one. Hold on. How can I forget that? That's my most important thing. I'm looking at the old ones, but I need today's. Only one. Give me one. Where are you? Oh my god. Okay, so this a small opening range gap. I made a short on that. When you have a small opening range gap, that means very choppy price action. I don't like that. Yeah, okay, we have a very small opening range gap. Okay, so the breaker is already disrespected. Here we go. Now there's another breaker here, right, as well. So if we could go to there's another one here. Are we still in this one? Yeah. We are retesting the first presented fair value gap of London again. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the breaker. We cannot go below. It's okay. The breaker is just also the first presented of London. So this is always, if you see this small opening range gap like this, how many points is it? If it's 20 points, something around 20 points, it's an indication that price action might be a little bit, it's not always, you want large opening range gaps. If it's very small, I don't know. Okay, so we are in a fair value gap, and in the, so I cannot go below this and below this, because then we get bearish. I think I'm still bullish, to be honest. Nice, look at that. Let's see if it goes over the opening range gap. You think it's the full daily range, MJ? It's not going to go lower than that? Oh, remember, I always forget, we got 10 o'clock news. Really have to wait for that. But the play, okay, it looks nice still, but we have to be patient. We have to stay patient. No, we're not FOMOing in. Okay, so it's really going into the end walk. We might even go to the upper end walk. I wouldn't be surprised if we do that, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm just not too sure we go over. Like, I do think this is the distribution. We've got A, and D, but we'll see if we can get over this little thing. This little. Now we're going to reject from there. Oh, it looks bullish. Yes, looks very strong, right? Well, actually, it's textbook 2.5. We have retracement back to 1.5. Okay, the retracement was a little bit lower actually. My calculation was from here, so it doesn't actually add up, to be honest. I should actually adjust my calculation, but I'm not going to do that because it's been working so far. Actually, I should make one here. This is actually, it should be the correct one. I'm going to have to add that. Let me just see. Oh, that looks like a nice bullish candle. Let's see, we're going to get some distribution. Where's the 6 going? Okay, the 6 is here. Okay. 1.25 is here. 2.5. Just doesn't seem to add up. So the old one just seems to be better. I'm going to stick to the old one just for now. I just trust a little bit more, even though. Let me quickly have a look at gold. What are you doing, gold? You see how all these times today are all stacked next to each other. It's all symmetrically, they're all almost symmetrically apart from the same amount of time. Like it's like a block of, you see, and that's really weird. Also, that is an indication you have to, because there's no, I wonder if we're going to get an expansion today. Well, we're going to get like a accumulation day. So again, this bloody 4-hour fair value inversion, it just keeps on bouncing at it and goes back again. So for me, this whole area, but maybe at 10 o'clock, we'll see. Yeah, I think we're going to be, it's going to be a nasty day maybe, not be a nice day. Do we have anything here on the right? No, nothing, because we are in, see, if you look at the 4-hour already, guys, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks like this already. And I wonder if we are, because this is I consider this a rejection block, so the only thing that I can imagine can happen, we're going to wick into it, and then we go up again. So we go into this range here, and then we go back up again into this end walk area. So that's what I think could happen, but it's again, this will be the range we're going to play in right now. From here maybe to here, that's it. Still, I mean, it's still 200 points, but I don't expect a large expansion move in the AM session. Small opening range gap. Hey, what am I doing? Come on. Small opening range gap. The 4 hours is not looking very good. But I do think we have a room to the upside a little bit. I do think these levels, especially this one here, has my interest. We've got flat. Look at this. Engineered liquidity. Really equal. Yeah, so I think we're going to go into this wick here. We are going to go lower, so that I need to calculate that. You'll see me do that a lot. It'll drive you nuts, but it helps me a lot because I can literally tell you where it can go. Because this is a rejection block, and rejection blocks, it's never buying or selling pressure, guys. It's always, it does not exist. It's all retail logic. Do not fall for that trap. It's algorithmic. If it goes down, it goes into this block and it will reject in any one of these levels here. But let's see. This is not liquidity. This large wick is never liquidity. It's always a rejection block first. So we have to see what it does. So this is what this probably will be. We will get this for a while now. I think this is going to be the price action until maybe even till 10:34, 10:30. I mean. Small opening range gap. We're in between a first percent fair value gap. You can look at the 4-hour blocks already, right? So let's see. I think if we get 10 o'clock, it might give us a a move to the downside into this rejection here, and then maybe make a move up. But let's see. Maybe it goes sooner. But let's pretend, or let's already think that might be a nice surprise if it does move. But if we expect it just going to futz around this area, we're not going to be disappointed. We are already prepared. Yeah. It keeps rejecting previous day close upside. Yes. But I might run out of it now. This might be the run, but hey. Let's see. This is the previous day close, the settlement price. I might run through it now. Yeah, see, it's going to go up now. Let's see. This is a distribution move, guys. I mean, I'm surprised, to be honest. But I just don't trust it too much because it might just run to this level. 652. It's going to go. I'm not in it. That sucks. Still 50 points to go. I'm not going to FOMO in. Let's see if we get any reaction here. If it's going to make a little bit of a, because it took out liquidity. Let's see. It's at the midpoint of the annual. We might get a retracement. And then maybe we get a nice entry in the 950, 1010 macro. But then again, I actually don't want to take an entry. I'm going to wait until 10 o'clock. I'm sure I'll get a good opportunity. Yeah, it's going to run now to this area here. 652. It's going to be very fast now. I think it's going to be, because it's already surpassed this, so it's on its way to here. Yeah. Mm, 637. Are you going to stop at 637? There's no SMT. No SMT. I'm waiting. Okay, we might. ES might go back into the range a little bit now. Let's see what it does. Are you going to reject you or are you going to move on? Yeah, moving on. Ooh, it's very strong. Very bullish, guys. I like it. Small opening range and we get such a large move already. Are we going to get a range day maybe? To the upside? Okay, 9:50, 10 o'clock news coming. Beautiful move. Is someone in it? Did someone manage to take that trade? Oh, thank you for subscribing. I see that someone subscribed. I didn't get any message, but I automated it, but not working. Thank you so much. Now let's see. I really want to see it go here. 653, 652, and let's see what it does. Now, it was literally the same trade that I took in London, right? The retest of that first presented fair value gap of London breaker, but it went a little bit deeper, and I just don't trust it when we have a small opening range gap like this. Just normally it doesn't really run this much to be. Now, if I would have only used this breaker, right? You see this one? Technically, that is the biggest breaker you can use. The bodies never went underneath it. It's just so it was still okay to use it. You see, the bodies did not go below it. And retest of my 4 o'clock, but I don't use the retest during this time. But I have to listen. I'm learning still. If I see this. Yeah, this is the move, but just didn't trust it here. But sometimes this happens, right, with the breaker. It's not clean. It's just normally you want to tap. In London, we just had a tap on it, and it tapped this was inside that breaker, and it was just a tap, boom, and then it went. It was exactly here. Was it this plate? No, it was here. It was this here, this area. This one, tap, and it was in a breaker. It was a unicorn. It was in a fair value gap, unicorn, boom, and then it went, and it was onto here. Beautifully outlined. It was still 50, what was it, 40 or 50 points. But yeah, this was the trade I wanted to have. Okay, we're above it now. Let's see, it can go all the way up to here. No, we don't even, news is still coming. But when you miss moves like that, guys, it's not an issue because, like say, if we're going to get a trend day, right? And this is the first move. You let it run. You just let it go. You're not going to FOMO in because you don't know where it's going to retrace. You don't know if it's going to use the macro to go down. You don't know if the news is coming. You just let it go and you just sit on your hands and be okay with it. Why? If it's going to be a trend day, we're going to have a nice retracement in one of these areas, and we can take it very, very well structured with a good R to R. The day is just starting. So, it's all good. I would have liked that it would not do this and then after 10 o'clock it would go down a little bit and then I could structure my trade. But it's all good. It's all good. Let's just keep an eye on it. Now, in 5 minutes, we'll have a new 4-hour candle. And some more insights as well. Let me go to the daily. I want to see how the daily is forming. See, I want it to go up to create a nice fair value gap. So I mean, hey, it could go all the way up, but I'm just thinking how far up is it going to go to create a wick, and then we have a fair value gap, and then we go most likely down, and then we might have a little bit of chop. Or are we going to go, I don't think, well, hey, you can never be surprised about anything, right? Let's see. But I would prefer to have a fair value gap, so I want to, before 10 o'clock, that we might get a nice wick. And then maybe the next 4 o'clock goes into this fair value gap, and then we have enough juice to go down. But then we will go. So let's see the 4 hour. No, it doesn't make sense what I said, because the 4 hour. Just either take this liquidity or go down here. Damn, that's a good move. That's a nice distribution move. Hey, True Seeker, how are you? Yeah, it will react at the previous week lows, correct? I have that level at 698, 25, 698 on my chart. I've got another chart. Thank you for bringing that up. I do think it will surpass that weekly with a wick and maybe go into 715 today. So it will hit that, but just goes a little bit over it, wicking it, and then 713ish might reject. Let's see. Yeah, I think it will go up to this level here, 710ish. It's just above the weekly. So I think it will just go over, and the body will stay below the weekly low, and then we might have a nice retracement. And we get one more minute. God, I just blasted through this one here. This was yesterday's opening range gap, guys. So the gradients. $700. Yeah. Okay, here we go. We got the 10 o'clock. Yeah, boom, exactly the weekly low. But I do think it will wick up into that little wick. Let's see. We just. Oh, 658, not even. There we go, 700. Yeah, it reacted. It didn't even give that wick above it. I want to see more of a manipulation move on the 10 o'clock, so that's why I thought it might wick above that weekly low. Come on, one more wick. I want one wick. You see what it does already? You got a flat bottom and it already wicked. This is the wick. This was the rejection. This is it. Oh, that's hard to trade. Well, let's see if it gets one more. I just want a little bit more wick. I know it's going to reject from here because this is the weekly, but I just thought it might wick up to here. Oh, let's see. 1001. Just give us one wick above it, please. You can stay in it. It's fine. I'm going to go to the 4 hour. I'm on the 4 hour here. Let's have a look at the... No SMT yet with NQ. Nada. Okay, so when there's no manipulation move on the 10 o'clock, that's always hard for me. That's I need a manipulation move, but we could get it to the downside, but I was thinking we'll go to the upside and we got a flat. Now it's still flat. Interesting price action. Okay. Now, am I still bullish or am I getting bearish? I have to reassess very, very fast now. We are above. Let me just quickly do this. I think I'm still bullish, and I think we're just going to get a nice entry in one of those fair value gaps now. Who's with me? Who's bullish? Who's bearish from here? I have to be fast. Three, 4. These levels are not being respected now. Those can go off. I'm going to get rid of these. They're not valuable now. You're bearish. Yeah, you are bearish already. You're sticking to your bias. Good. No matter what someone... Listen, no matter what someone says, stick to your bias. And if you're wrong, you're wrong. You learn from it, right? Okay. Papa, now 768, 765. Where are we now? 7. So I am still bullish, very, very bullish, actually, up to. We had a nice rejection at the weekly low, which is nice. We formed a 10 o'clock. We are going now are we going down a little bit to form the 4-hour wick? But how long are we going to go down? I want to, yeah, 765 is going to be my target. Maybe even 790. Yes, I'm getting in, but I'm just what did I say? I cannot go on, I want 50 points, not less, but I need to be sure that we're not going to go lower because we have so much lower. I need to write down. Let me check gold as well quickly. No, I'll focus on NQ. I want to focus on NQ because it might be a good trade. Yeah, I'm waiting, but I'm still bullish. I'm still bullish, guys. 765. Is that already running? Damn it. It's gonna go to 765, I know it. I'm getting in. 765. Ooh, I didn't even get in on my account. Okay. I cannot take this. No, I have to get out. This is still, I'm not in yet. I'm not in. And I've got a lot of dogs barking here. Okay, I'm out. Hold on. I need to check something. I've got a lot of people whistling and dogs barking. You can hear them, right? There's something going on. I'm distracted. That's a good thing because I might be. I didn't enter on my account yet. Hold on. I'll be right back. I need to. There's a war going on. Oh, what did I miss? Did I miss my trade? No, not yet. Okay. Damn it. The dog is just nuts. Not my dog, by the way. 765. Okay, I'm still bullish though. I'm still bullish. I'm still bullish to the upside. But, see, that's what you get when you get hasty. You make mistakes, right? It's better to let it just go and just wait. Hold on. Okay, here we go. 10 o'clock. Okay, did we get a wick? Okay, that's what I like to see. That wick above it. Yes. Okay. I was waiting for that wick to the upside. Okay, I wanted to see that wick. So, I wanted that wick above the weekly open, a weekly low. I'm sorry, and then see a proper reaction to the downside. And it's giving that now, and I want it to go below 10 o'clock. Yes, okay. Now I'm still bearish, bullish. Don't get me wrong, but I just want to see a proper retracement. So that's why I wanted that wick above the. Let me show you on the 15-minute. what I'm talking about when I talk about that manipulation move. Exactly. Okay, you can see it here. You can even see it on the 4 hour. Yeah, beautifully. Okay. Now you see it's a flat candle, and I want that. This means lack of manipulation. So I want to see that wick so we can have a proper move down into oh, we even have on the 15 it's just one candle. Oh my god, I didn't even realize that we just have one big large candle. I didn't even okay, well, it doesn't matter, then we have to go on lower time frame, but that's even better. Even on the 15 I saw that we had a flat top, so I just want to see that wick. So that means this candle is, we're done for now. We can get a small reaction to the downside, small, and then retrace. Let me go to the 5 minute on this one. Okay. Now, the question is, let me just check one more thing. The opening range gap. I think we filled yesterday's almost, right? Or let me take yesterday's as well. Need one more. Give me yesterday's. Just want to double check because I took the. Oh, that was a wrong. Oh no! Hey, listen, guys, I made a mistake. That was a mistake. This is yesterday's. This is yesterday's. I thought the gradients that I had on was yesterday's, so that's why it's good that I checked. Okay, okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So yesterday's opening range gap, did we totally did not do anything with that. Let's go back. We just went into it just to the 1/3 levels right over here. So the question is, are we going to go into that? Now I do think we 765 is my level, or might we go even higher? 765, 10 o'clock. Okay, I'm sticking to my 765. It could go higher, but I do think, you know, market maker buy. If you look at the market maker buy, it always goes back into the original consolidation, right, of a market maker buy model. Now, now technically you can say we are done here because it did go into the original consolidation. But the question is, are we going to take out this liquidity? It's engineered, right? It's all equal, which will bring us to the 0.6 minus 6 standard deviation of this calculation. Of if we are in distribution move, we could go up to standard 6 deviations, which is here. Now I'm sticking to my 765 because I've got a couple of confluence there, but it might go higher. But let's see. But I wanted this manipulation just for it to calm down a little bit, and so we can get like a retracement back into the range. And we're getting that now. We might have some consolidation, but that's okay. And it might even just go down. But I'm still very bullish for now. And maybe even up till after 11. If we're going to get consolidation for a while, we might get the move later, but we'll see. But I'm okay with it going a little bit just to the downside. It would be so weird that it just doesn't go up a little bit higher. But it's not easy read. It's not an easy read. Because we have our BPR here. Got a BPR. So technically the market maker model could be done, right? Please look at this. It could be, we are in the original consolidation of this mini market maker model. But what else do we have? But looking at the higher time frame here, much larger. This could be the liquidity here, right over here. So then we go up into the 0.5 of this opening range gap. So again, patience. We need patience. But talking about my 4-hour candle again. So if I would play the 4-hour, the AMD, what I would like to see is, but it's a little bit, if we do go up, right, and we form a 4-hour candle, let's say we have the first candle, this is a large distribution candle, then we're going to get a second distribution candle here. Then this will be the manipulation wick. But is that the case? Or are we here already rejecting from a bearish order block, right? So let me grade this here. You see what happened here? We rejected right in the 50% of this wick here, not all the way up to here. So the question is, are we going to go up? I do think so still, but let's see. And then let me just grade this body, because why am I saying 765? Okay, it's already above. Okay, 769, 818. Oh, hold on. This should be it. 789. Okay, look at that. I like that. Okay, so I'm bullish up to maximum this one because it's also a little imbalance. I already noted here. And if we're going to reject from this order block, because you have to keep that in mind, right? We could pass it, but if we do, the 0.5 level is right over here. 815. Okay, now let's see. So if we're going to get an upward movement, I'm hoping that this move we're having now, that is just the wicks of the manipulation. I technically want to enter before we are back at the 10 o'clock open price. That's my goal. But on a day like this, I might have to just wait. And we have a long wick now here, which I actually don't like. I was hoping it would be a smaller wick. Because what does it mean? Rejection block. So I might have to wait. Goes into it, goes back. So this was the easy trade, I guess. But analysis. Yeah, so MJ, that's really what you're saying. Yeah, you really have to wait now. If you're bearish, you have to wait for a change in state and delivery to the downside, correct? And I'm still waiting for my move to the upside, so we'll see which one comes first, right? But definitely not bearish until we get and preferably you want it on the 15-minute, but listen, it's hard on the 15-minute is, even the 15-minute is, yeah, I think it looks, the higher time frame looks extremely bullish. Because how are you going to get change in state and delivery on the 15, right? I will look for a 15-minute change in the state, but I think we're not, look how this looks. This is not bearish at all. But the question is, how are we going to get there? Are we going to consolidate or not? I have to watch my trade because if it goes over my 10 o'clock, but then again, now I've got this large wick here, which I technically, and especially when we have flat bottom and a wiki, we know what that means, right? Me no likey for my trade, but it's okay. We'll just have to deal with it. I mean, lately, the more I wait, the more I've been rewarded afterwards. So I start to get more enjoying it, being to wait. Okay, I'm just gonna keep these here because I want to see. Now, with it, I'm going to leave this one here, this opening range gap from yesterday, because I think it's important to have that. If we go into it, we cannot forget about it, right? Because I don't know those levels that I had, or actually from a previous one in ICT said you always leave them on because the levels are still respected. But we might get another retest. Let's do the breaker again. I'm just going to do the top two. Why? Because this fair value gap is here, right? I'm just going to disregard this one. But technically it's the whole breaker. Let me get rid of this one here. Oh, hold on. This is a breaker. We want to see a breaker retest and then we can enter. That's all good. Technically I need to do this, but I'm just going to do this. Yeah, because I want to have less on my chart. But I'm aware that the breaker is bigger. Now this activated this breaker. We also don't have a wick here, so that's interesting. Do we have a gap there? Oh, look at that. Yeah, so it might go all the way down into this. I can break a retest. This is a unicorn, guys. Unicorn. There you go. Little unicorn. You're gonna go here because you're gonna catch the breaker, fair value gap, and we get a retest, and then we can get confirmation to the upside. Where's my drink? Oh shit, it's in the freezer. I think I have to get it out before it explodes. I think I have to put on some extra lights. Hold on, guys. It's getting a little bit dark here. I see. Okay. I just love NQ again. I mean, even though it's a little bit fickle, but it's just, let's have a look quickly at gold, right? We have to wait till the breaker. Oh, you're not even going there? Oh, oh. Maybe I shouldn't have said that I like NQ. Sort of like, no, you look at the price action. I don't like this. This is too much. When as a distribution trader, you want the larger move. If all these times are the important times that I use, if they're stacked up so close to each other, that tells me it's very contracted, and then the moves will be very small. And well, you can see what's happening here, right? Let's have a look at the opening range gap on. Oh, that's actually not too bad. That's actually a nice one, though, to be honest. But it's not good. It's just it opened here, and we're just not even. You're not even a quarter in. Oh, maybe 1/3. Okay, well, it's not even at half. So you see how slowly it just moves into it. But just you can see already with all those times that are so close to each other. It's very telling as well. But then the opening range gap looks nice, though. I mean, but hey, I just don't like it. I just really want gold to. It's in a higher time frame consolidation phase. Higher time frame, 4 hour. This is a 4 hour, guys. 4 hour. Look, it's just going back and forth in this range. This is how you blow your account. So we're gonna blow our account. Oh shit! Oh, it passed at 10 o'clock. Here we go. I'm gonna go enter in my. Then I'll do it. I don't want to miss this one. This is my bread and butter trade. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh no! Hold on. We have to reject here. Oh shit! What are you doing here? Let's see if it rejects here. Quickly do that. My level is 765. Enough. It's enough points to still to get in. I don't want to get in under 50 points. So I'm okay to miss it. So let me just grade this again. Gosh, I'm so chaotic today. It's so open. Just not hate that. Okay, let's see, guys. So we didn't have a retest. I don't like that, to be honest. We didn't have a retest. Did I miss anything? Is there anything higher? Oh, we might get the retest after the rejection here. Hold on. That might be a good scenario. Yes. So how you know you're going to get a range a day with a lot of back and forth? Well, this is telling you the small opening range gap is 1. Then you have a wick here. Now you have a wick here. What does that mean? Wick to wick to wick. Then this becomes, after a while, it becomes liquidity. Then it might go back into this range and then it goes in. Yeah, let's see. Am I in? Yes, I'm in. Okay. So let's see what is going to happen. If it's going to blast through the 0.5, then I'm in. But I just need to see. I need that confirmation. Wow, you are pretty feisty. Still don't trust it. Just don't trust it. Wow. Okay. No rejection here. Good. Okay, I'm in.
Order filled.
I'm in. I might take a bit of a risk here. So I market ordered in right over here. So yeah, I might go lower, but higher. I mean, but I'm just, so technically my trade would be here. So yeah, might even go high to this level here once it starts running. Am I missing other liquidity levels that are important, guys? Am I missing something? Is there another midpoint of a monthly, or do we have S&T? I didn't even check that. See, yeah, we do have a daily midpoint at 860. Well, let's see. No S&T. It might take a little bit longer. Yeah, see. I'm still in it. I'm not going out. So you cannot trust it. There's no S&T. I'm still in on my account. Actually, I didn't get out. Did it use? we have S&T now? Hold on, I need to check. We're above the 10 o'clock. Okay, I'm out because it goes below my 10 o'clock. That means I'm out. Okay, now I'm out fully. No body, but I have to reassess because it's too fickle. See, this is just I'm gonna wait now for 10:34. I really hope, actually I'm hoping it goes down and then it retests this and then goes up. I really wouldn't mind that, because that means if we go down here, where is the breaker? We do have a little bit of a gap here as well. Go into this. Yeah, you see the bodies are staying above the 10 o'clock, right? So it's still bullish. It's very bullish, but it's hard to trade. We've got 2 times a manipulation above 10 o'clock, 1 time below, now again above it. I have to wait. I'm going to wait until 10:34. There's enough. 765. I'm below 100 points now, but that's okay. I'll make up for that small loss. It's okay. It's a small loss. I'm still bullish. Still bullish, still bullish, still bullish. It's just hard to enter because I don't have a retest. The only thing that I can use now is my time, is the 10 o'clock retest. We did actually activate the breaker here, sort of, but it was like, just that's sort of tricky, right? You have a breaker here, but then you have price above it. We rejected here a little bit, but we sort of like went over it, so it's not really a rejection block anymore. It's now actually liquidity. We sweat it minor. It's hard to enter, to be honest. It's a bit tricky with this bearish order block, but we do have unfinished business upstairs. Yeah, it's going. But I'm gonna wait till 10:34. I'm just gonna. I need to wait. I cannot. And if I miss it, I miss it. It's fine. Just doesn't give me this. I already have one little L on this trade, so I just didn't feel comfortable. I thought I went over it, but then the body did not, right? So I got out on my other account. And I was stopped out. I think there was, yeah. Might run. I have to wait. I cannot go in now. There's no stop. But this is actually the retest, 10:30, the retest of 10 o'clock is actually a retest. I consider that, I use that as, I use my time as retest, and we already created the, yeah. Look at that. We're gonna continue to the upside. Yes, we are. Look at this structure here. It's in it. I need to get in. This is my model. It's just a little bit different and off today. So okay, I'll show you guys what I mean. 763. Now I do think it's gonna go higher. Let's do it just below 10 o'clock. So 1 to 2. I had to wait until 10. Should not go lower than, if it goes below the 10 o'clock, it invalidates my trade. I should go take it just below this wick here. It's okay. But look at the 4 hour here. Look at this. It's going to continue. This is going to be a continuation candle. Midnight is below us. If you don't get to midnight, why am I getting more confident in this trade? Where is our midnight from today? It's right over here. Do you think we're going to see midnight today? I don't think so. I don't think we're going to see midnight anymore. So that means we're going to go up. So I might even add after we break out of this. So I need to break up for that loss. It's a tricky area though, I must say, but because we had this opening range gap quarterly filled yesterday, I think, but it's just not making it easy. Like I said, you don't want to go over the 50% of this. Let's see. What's the whole 50% for the body, including the width? That is 771. That's if you include the, let me just do it exactly. But I normally only count the body when I do that. 771, okay, that's okay. And if you do only the width, or only the body, the midpoint is, you don't want the 817, and 817 is around here. Okay, well, let's see, yeah. Well, my TP is going to be 763, as I said, that's it. Why? Time-based. But then again, it most likely will do it in the 1050 to 1110 macro, so I might have to sit in some drawdown. So I FOMO'd in a little bit, I guess, but I'm staying in now. Let me go to the 5. It's this area. I'm looking at this time here. But I think this one might be a valid one. It could be, but we'll see. This one is a sale. I need to be below it, by the way. No, don't want to be just on top of it. I need to be below it. Yeah, it's to be expected because the macro doesn't start at. Now, I don't hope you're going to. So it's stalling time distortion. This is time distortion. Doesn't see that. This has been all day, right? When you have one nice move, you get like this. $10.38. Here. Okay. We'll see. I'm stopped out. Sometimes you just have to try. Sometimes it doesn't work, right? It doesn't work 100% of the time, and that's okay. This 4-hour candle looks very bullish to me. But we did reject in the midpoint of the wick here, so hey Dolly. We did not reject it all in this candle, so that sort of like gave me the impression that it's very bullish. So I'm still sticking to my model. We're above the 10 o'clock. The only thing is we did not have a proper retest of the breaker, so that's the only thing. That's why you get this price action, right? So hey, I might be stopped out and it might still go into the breaker, but I think this level should be met before 11 o'clock. So in the 1050, 1110 macro. Let me just check something. I don't see any other liquidity levels there. We don't have SMT, so it's sort of like a little bit of a risk, I guess. But, and I think we might even go higher to 790-ish once it breaks out of this level. 25,790. Yeah, I think that could be 790. I might leave a runner to for the pain and sorrow it's causing me today, causing me a headache. Come on, so you can go over that level now. Hey, there's nothing bearish about this price action at the moment, NJ. Really nothing. Yeah, it's really like you said. I think. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Oh, but it's just so fickle. This is typical NFP. Oh, it's NFP week, obviously, so that's why it's hard to. God damn it. Yeah, it might not go any further. I might should get out. I don't like this at all. It's just not worth. I mean, even though it will go right, it's just not worth it to sit in this price action, right? It's just back and forth, back and seek and destroy almost. Let's just see. I'm still. This is not my cup of tea, to be honest. Even though if it would go there, I actually don't like it. The price action is just horrible. I think it's still going, but it's just not my. It's very. It's too risky at some point because it could swing any direction, right? It's really not. You see, it takes liquidity, but it's still not going down. It wants to go up. You can see it wants to go up, but it's making really hard. So it becomes sort of like if you stay in it too long, it becomes sort of a gamble, and I just hate that. If it's just not, if I cannot really frame it properly anymore. So I'm gonna raise this to here, and I'll give it a little bit more time, but I'm not going to give it that much time because but look at the 4-hour candle. It just doesn't look any. Or maybe it can only go to here and then it goes down. Could be. But there's one thing that I noticed that if you are far away at midnight after 10, approaching 11 o'clock, and you haven't, midnight is really far, getting very far away, and it's not making a way down at the 1050 to 1110 macro, we might have an extension. We might have an extension day to the upside, but we'll see. It's not. Where's midnight? Midnight's all the way down here right now. 460, 46, 470. 200 points away from midnight. Let's see. If we don't see it start going down very fast now, but it doesn't. I mean, if I look at the 4-hour, it just doesn't look like it right now. Let's see. I'm okay to have some drawdown. It's doing that, but 1044. Remember, if it takes out liquidity, it does it in the macro, right? So it just needs to stall time. That doesn't look bullish, bearish at all. But it just looks ugly. Ugly bullish. And also, I don't like it that we have this breaker, unmitigated breaker here as well. So there are a lot of ifs and thens that doesn't really match up. No SMT. So actually, I'm going against my rules a little bit, to be honest. No SMT. Oh, hold on. It's been 10:45. We can check now. But actually, I'm going against my rules. Oh, yeah, we did have SMT, but that actually indicates SMT to the downside. And we have already, that's already a false SMT. So, ooh, that's actually very ugly. So, yes, hello, Dolly. Let's see. Okay, no, it does. Okay, that's actually a good thing, I guess, if we break the SMT. It's false SMT, I guess. I'm not too comfortable in the trade, not like I usually am, but I put it on, so I have to. I'm in green now, but it's not the way I usually trade. But anyway, you see something and you think it's going, but then again, breaker retest. The only thing that I use was my 10, my AMD, power of 3. Let me call power of 3, to be honest. Just like, for just seeing the wick form on the 4 o'clock and looking at the structure, it's more bullish than bearish, but we have to pick this one in, this big boy, and how it is going to function as a bearish order block or not. And we do have an opening range gap above us, which is unfilled for 3/4. So it's all things together. Midnight below us, very far. So, understanding that, okay, we go up now. We might not see bearish price action for the rest of the day. So I'm just using the power of 3 here. But then again, it's very tricky. It could slam down. It could slam down any time, right? But I think now my trade will be fine. But am I proud of it, really? Am I one of those trades like I had this morning that was really textbook, really like, breaker retest, first present fair value gap was in it. It was really textbook. And that was really nice. But, I'm still happy with this trade if it works out, but it's just not as beautiful as this morning one. So just 1 micro on. I started with 2 micros at an L, so now just 1 micro, and it's okay. Very tight stop loss. Now, what I do like, again, this is the midpoint. So between 2 end walks, right, you get the event horizon. Here we go down again. It just takes, this is what it does. It takes out a little bit of liquidity and goes back down again. It takes out its own liquidity what it just created. It's typical time distortion behavior. It needs more time. Well, I think it will get into it a little bit, but we'll see. Could slam down anytime. So macro is almost starting. I do like it when I'm bullish. I like it when I see a bearish candle at 10:49, 10:50ish. That doesn't bother me at all. That actually I like that to see that. Let's see. Ooh, well, it's very ugly price actually. Now that I don't like. Oh, come on, thank you. Just to go up. Get us out of this pain and misery now. We could get the break or retest now instead of going up to the upside. It just doesn't take out the level, right? Could be possible. Let's see. Okay, here we go. 10:51. I really wanted to start running now. Yeah, it could be done here. Couldn't even go high. I think I should get out, to be honest. 10:52. Could have a macro to the downside. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Yeah, I think we're going to go to the downside from here. Let's give me one more. Let's see, one more candle. Maybe one more wick to 763. Maybe a large wick to the upside. What are you going to do? Yeah, okay, I'm out. I'm not going to wait for this. This is not my price action. I'm going to very small. I'll leave this on because I have to journal this. Anyway, let me just journal. Yeah. You see now this wick here is annoying me because if you want to get a distribution, you want a distribution fast. Now, if we're going to, if the thing is, we also don't have a large distribution to the downside. So I'm like, okay, maybe if we get the 1050 to 1110 to the downside, we might get a nice bearish structure, right? But like the 4 hour, it still looks quite a little bit too bullish for me. But we might get a few of these candles, like I said, consolidate. It just doesn't move. That's what this little bastard always indicates. Yes, we had one nice move here, but that's it. Maybe the rest of the day could be like this. And it's NFP week, right? Okay, how much did I lose today? Okay, 54 bucks, 55 bucks. That's okay. I don't think I'm going to re-enter on my account. I'm just going to leave it. It's not my price action. It's a small loss. That's okay. So I gave back my profits though from this morning. So that's okay. I just wanted to see it. It might still spike up, but then I don't want to be in this price action. We'll watch. We'll watch. And some coffee and watch. We need SMT. But we had false SMT just now. So I think the level is in the 11 of I think we're not going to go any higher. So we might go down into the to the breaker. Yeah, I think that's it. So I think the next part of the macro might be to the downside. So then we might go all the way back to, but we'll see. It's very tricky. We do have a wick on the lower side as well. 1038, 26. It's just exactly wicking around that weekly low, previous weekly low. It's just keeps on wicking below it and above it. It's a very strong level, that weekly one. And then we have a very interesting one as well above us. But I wonder if it will get, I mean, it is interesting because we still have that opening range gap above us, right? And it doesn't have to fill it, obviously, but it did fill it 3/4 already. So it's like, okay. Why can you not fill the rest? Okay, so the play, my 11 a.m. play didn't play out. So so I know now I have to be very careful if it did not play out before 11. It could go low, it could play out later, but there's just too many. Look at the 4-hour now forming, right? We see that we have a wick now on both sides, and I was hoping we could get a little bit of a distribution candle, but we're not getting it. So now, of course, it can change again. Still go, right? You can see, but I'm not in. Oh, we get a retest again here off the 10. Maybe this was the retest. Yeah. Okay, it's going now. I know it's going now. Yeah, I'm not entering anymore. It's okay. I'm not taking the risk. Like I said, I use retests well, and I thought we had the retest here, 1030, but this was maybe the one I should have waited for. The proper retest in the macro. And it's just taking a little bit more time. I cannot take it now. It took 2 hours already. So not in this trade. Maybe later on, but I cannot. I have to stay out. Hi, Popo. You know my love. I wanna. And why I don't trust it, because we still have a wick here. But this is a proper retest. That is actually something that I like to see as a confirmation. But then again, let's see if we get SMT. Yeah, I think it might run now, but I'm staying out. I have to look at this one and just, if it goes, it goes. 10:56. 10:56 and 11 o'clock. Let me check for SMT. Again to the downside. Oh, we do also. Okay, we have. Okay, guys, listen. You can see the screen, right? We've got SMT on both sides, so that means you stay out. You don't want to touch it. Wick. The only thing is that if it wicks, if this candle. Oh, this is S&P. Yeah, we want SMT with this candle maybe. You know, this one looks bullish as well to me. Yeah, but there's SMT on both sides, so that means it's hard to trade. I still think it's going to go to the upside, but I am not touching it anymore. 765 is my level. This is my level. TP. It will run without me. But this was should have been my re-entry here, right over here. I missed it. I saw it here, but I would have re-entered here. It's 1056, and then my stop loss would be actually just below this wick here. Not even. It will be below my 10 a.m. It's very short. How much RR is it? We're still on a macro, so it has to run. It's a bloody good trade, but I would most likely put below. But if it does run, I do think it goes higher. If it does start running, I would even think it could go to and that's still below the midpoint of that order block. 790-ish. Yeah, 790. So I just have to break out of this level here and then goes to 788. Times it 11.3, 788. See, I'm happy that I'm not in it anymore. You don't want to be in. So it's actually using at the moment what you can actually, what I think is now happening is that this is now, these wicks are being used right now. This wick here. What is your meisje? What are you doing? See, this goes up. If you go on the hourly, then go back to the hourly, you can see it goes to using the proper. Hello. Can you say hi? You're gonna ruin my setup? Is that what you're gonna do, my love? You wanna come? So it's tapping into, it's above the midpoint though. The bodies are above, so that's still bullish. What is your problem? Hello. Wil je bij me komen? You wanna sit with me? Come. What do you want? See, it looks still bullish, right? If you look at this, it didn't even tap into the wick of the hourly. So technically it could still tap into the hourly here and still go up. So I'm still bullish, but oh, this price action. Oh my god. Let me put on some extra lights here, guys. What is it? Here we go. It is still bullish. It's still bullish. Oh, I'm sorry. There we go. So see, so much more light, right? I mean, it was so dark. It was getting very dark. I just want to see it go to a level and then get rid of this because I'm not in a trade. NFP week, baby. Mark, government closed or not, it still gives shitty price action. And especially like ICT says, if you're in a trade before 11 o'clock, get out because that's what you can anticipate, right? And I guess we are getting it. But hey, there's still good moves. I mean, once it goes, it still goes. It just takes more time. And I guess you can get more, at some point you get more, you choose your trades. I mean, if you don't want to, you'd rather wait, use your bullets in better times, right? What time is it? 11. So the macro is almost done. Let's see if it runs after the macro. Maybe I should just stop the stream and have a look later on, and maybe if it's the price action becomes better, if there is nice price action, maybe in the afternoon, come back because I just this is just consolidating. What did gold actually do? Maybe gold was the best play. Oh no, look at this, guys. This is also very. Look at this ugly. It's even uglier. Look at that. Just didn't even get out of the. It's not even getting out of the opening range gap. Ew. Yucky. It's really ugly. Now, just what time did this started? This consolidation. How long have we been into this? So you have one nice move, right? Everybody misses it because it's the opening move, and people are just. And then I guess this was the retest at 10:20, and then it started to consolidate from here. So let's say from 10:20 on. Yeah, it's been bad. Well, actually from here, from 10 o'clock basically, because here we sort of one move up. So everybody thinks, oh my God, it's going up like I did, right? Took me by surprise. But then again, it really tells you again, where there's no SMT, you actually stay out. You have to let it go. Because no SMT means it's not going to be a distribution move. You need SMT. And every time when I do these things and I still get in without SMT, I have to situate and I have a loss. So it teaches me again to stick to your rules. There was no retest, right? There was no retest of the breaker. Actually, also when I see a small opening range, I actually made a short out of it. This is actually a warning sign. But then again, this move actually surprised me. But then again, that could be in the rest of the day. It's just going to be like this, or at least the AM session. It's already after 11. I don't think we're going to go down to. I think we're still bullish. But then I wonder if we're going to see midnight today. I don't think so. I think we're still above the 10 o'clock. So this, the structure is still bullish to the upside. Even on the 1 hour, it's very bullish. So yeah, but it's just not. It's just, well, you can see what it's doing, right? Seek and destroy, I guess. We can call this seek and destroy. Time distortion, seek and destroy in one, I guess. Going from wick to wick. It's taking out continuously, creating its own liquidity, taking it out all the time, right? Creating higher wicks, taking it out. So and then it's not even respecting rejection block, so that's also very funny. So this for me makes it very hard because it's my favorite PD array. So we're outside macro now. So what is it going to? So we might go. Yeah, I would not be surprised we're going into this wick here, reject from it, and maybe even go lower to finally retest this, and then we might go up. But I mean, that's sort of like weird that we go all the way down from the 10 o'clock without taking any liquidity. Oh, we did take liquidity, by the way. We took the weekly low. Yeah. Well, that's very telling as well, right? You take like a point of liquidity, but you don't actually go down. So that's also signaling bullish price action. Weekly low taken, the only thing we do is we took it here. The only thing we do is here. We haven't created any fair value gaps at all, so no imbalances. So I guess we should get an expansion to the upside and create some imbalance, maybe? I don't know. Only thing we have are wicks on the 5 minutes, so we could go into here, but weird. Yeah, I think I'm going to take a break and see if there's good price action later on. If not, yeah, market waiting for some peddling maybe. Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, thank you for reminding me, MJ. Isn't Trump talking at 1? Didn't I not see that today? And I forgot about that. I think that's it, MJ. Thank you, thank you. I was just wondering, like, am I missing something? But I think Trump has oh shit, of course. That's why is it today? Yeah, 5 November. Yeah, see, Trump is going to speak at 1. Does anyone know what is the topic already known or is it unknown? The topic. Okay, so maybe we might get a nice afternoon session. I think I'm going to make some dinner and then I'll see if it's nice price action. We come back because we want to sit behind the. Yeah, so we might, yeah. So maybe the Trump tweet, well, maybe just the Trump talk. But does anyone know what he's going to talk about? Is it known at all? Trump speaks. The topic. Let me see if I can find anything. No one knows, right? Well, we'll see. I'll see if I can find it out. And then I guess yeah. If it's going to be nice if that gives the market a laxative, so to speak. I might come back on and just trade together again. I don't mind doing that. It's so much nicer to do it, online. And also what I like, to be honest. I have everything on recorded, so I cannot hide anymore. Every loss that I take, every win that I have, it's so I actually like. I mean, for me, it's just I just go online and I just do it live, I guess. So yeah, let's. Oh, we're below the 10 o'clock now. I see. Well, we'll see. Oh, okay, MJ. I didn't know that. Also, the Supreme Court will decide Trump tariff is legal or not today. Ah, there we go. Okay, but again, the 10 o'clock we are not really going. We sort of like go below it, but we're not really, right? So I sort of like want to see just move up. I mean, even though it could do one little, just take out that little level and then, I'm just curious to see what time it will do that. It might do it in lunchtime when no one's watching. And then who knows, we might get a good afternoon session. I wonder, so tomorrow, normally NFP week, Thursdays are my worst days because then I do not do well. on my journaling and my stats say I have the most losses. But I don't see any news tomorrow. Normally we have news on Thursday. And then on Friday we have the unemployment non-farm. Okay, well, we're just gonna watch. Okay, guys, I'm quickly gonna make a nice little dinner. I'm gonna make some shrimp, not shrimps, but calamari, nice salad, and then I'll check the market. And if it's nice, I'll be back. I'll definitely be back because who knows? We might have a good trade. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And if it's good enough, I'll just make a new stream for the PM session. I love PM sessions, by the way. It's always nice crowd, nice people. We do have some nice trades as well, and it's very informative. Yeah, hi MJ. Thank you for hanging out again, and thank you for all your comments. I love it, and I'll see you soon again. Thank you. Okay, bye. I see you guys later, and otherwise tomorrow. And thank you so much for hanging out, and thank you for subscribing as well. Thank you. I appreciate it a lot. Bye bye.